Yeah, I know, bro. It's crazy. Hey, man, but I appreciate the birthday wish, man. Hey, let me hit you right back, though, man. I got a little something I got to do. All right. I'll hit you later. All right, peace. Hey, Google, what's on my calendar for today?
To spit bars on our new Google Pixel Buds to that I'm talking to you on right now.
Yeah, I really got to do that. Completely forgot about that. All right, but anyway. Hey, Google. Well, I'm actually going to need your help with some fresh beats. Play something that's kind of dope for me that you got.
All right, I got a couple. Check these out.
Nah, not really feeling that one, though. Hey, Google, play me another one.
It's all right. What about this one?
Yeah, that's the one right there. Okay. All right, let's go.
Google Pixel Buds, now we here. What up, C Squad? Spreading this knowledge amongst all my peers, dressed in all white, accent black with the finished mat. Then I opened them up and there it was with size to match. Woo! Pulled them out and put them in my lonely ears. Woo! Music blasting, can you hear these in the rears? Hold up, hey Google, please turn on command center. Boom, just like that. My favorite feature is my next adventure. Underneath, charges up with that Type C. Or sit them on wireless charger that's labeled with Chi. Now I'm just saying these what you want or what you inspired to be. Hit that like button and subscribe. It's CKID Squad.
What up, C Squad? Welcome back, C Kid Tech here, man. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. This is a channel where I like to talk as well as rap about all things tech, baby, just like you heard in the intro of this video. So if that is something you guys are interested in, then definitely make sure you guys go ahead and click on that like button as well as click on that subscribe button down below, because your boy is bringing bangers every single week. All right, so what are we talking about in today's video? So today's video, y'all, I want to show y'all the brand new Google Pixel Buds 2. Now, these are the latest from Google when it comes to audio. And honestly, these are exactly what the Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus should have been. Let's talk about it. Now, I want to break this video down into two separate parts. I want to talk about some of the things that I love about these, and then I also want to talk about that one thing that might actually make me send these back. So stick around for that. Now, before we actually get into the case, I got to talk about the setup experience. Now, it was actually definitely one of the best, because as is actually walking you through the Google Pixel app, which is something that will actually install once you actually pair them to an Android device. And just to let you know, it's not available on iOS. And we're going to talk about that a little later in this video, but it does play this nice, like serene style music while it's actually walking you through the setup and showing you some of the features of these buds, which is really dope. It's small and it's like subtle, but it's actually very effective, and it's giving you an initial listen before you actually start playing your own music, which I actually thought was kind of dope. Now let's go ahead and talk about the case right here. Now, I actually like the fact that Google decided to go with this look, which some people is out there, they're saying it looks like a flat egg, which I get it, but I actually think it actually mimics the Apple AirPods Gen 1 as well as the Gen 2. Now, the reason why I personally like the Pixel Buds 2 case is for this reason right here. Being able to do this over and over and over and over again with one hand. But y'all, being able to open these with one hand is actually a huge plus in my book. Now, this is the part of the reason why the AirPods Pro as well as the AirPods are actual favorites of mine, because the case just gives you something to be able to do. Like being able to do this all day, like I'm that type of person where I'm fidgety. So I'm always like fidgeting around with stuff, even if it's like my Apple Pencil, I'm twirling it in my hands or whatever. Like fidget spinners was made for people like me. Let's just say that. And then the other reason I like this is simply because of the Pixel 4 XL. Now, I'm glad they actually chose the same style material in this matte finish that they actually have on the Pixel 4 XL. They brought it over to the actual buds themselves, which is really dope, because I've been saying, even on the Pixel phone that I have right here, I've been saying that the Pixel phone is no doubt my favorite phone of how it feels in my hands, just because of, I mean, this finish is just something you have to feel. And I'm glad they actually brought that over to the actual buds themselves. Now, the earbuds to me are something else that I like. And the fact that they actually have built-in wingtips that you guys can see right here is a plus, because this is something I actually liked on the Galaxy Buds as well as the Galaxy Buds Plus. Now, I must admit, it took me a while to actually get used to fitting these into my ear right, but I gotta say, once you actually get it down, it's actually pretty easy. But there's still that one thing with these that actually bothers me, and we're gonna get to that in a second in this video. Now, each earbud in itself can work independently with each other, meaning that you can take one of these out of your ears and you can still continue to be able to play your music, which I think is really dope. It doesn't have that slave to master connection with these, which is definitely a plus with these. Now, the other thing is that these also include proximity sensors, meaning that you can easily take one out of your ear and it will automatically pause your music, and then you can put it back in and it will start resuming your music right where you left off. Now, it doesn't come with noise cancellation with these, nor does it actually have any form of an ambient mode as well. Now, the noise cancellation feature with these, I can actually understand why they didn't go that route, just simply because, you know, if you want that feature into a product like this, you easily are now setting that minimum price to about $200 because you're starting to add more features to it. So to me, I'm actually cool with the fact that they didn't add noise cancellation into these, because honestly, with these into my ear and I'm switch these out to the larger ear tips, I actually get a nice seal fit with these. And so a lot of the outside noise I don't even hear anyway, just because the sound of these is actually pretty good, which we're going to get into here in a second. Now, when it comes to an ambient mode feature, if you guys are not familiar with ambient mode, basically this is a feature where it's going to allow you guys to be able to hear like the outside world around you, meaning that it will turn on the actual speakers on these, and it's going to allow that air and that sound to pass through the speakers into your ear canal to be able to hear the surrounding world around you, whether you're on phone calls or whether you're listening to your music and different things like that. And so for me, this is one thing that I felt like Google kind of dropped the ball on with that, because if I have something like the $150 pair of Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus, these actually include that feature on there and come in at about $30 cheaper. And so for me, I felt like it would not have been that much for them to actually include that in there. So hopefully that is something that they can bring to the next gen. Now, I gotta say, on the front of these, I do actually like the charger indicator light that they have located right here on the bottom of these. And I think it's kind of dope because it's right like slightly underneath, and it's hidden if you don't have it opened up. But if you open it up, it's just a nice little glowish light that's like right there. And I think it looks super, super sleek. And if you guys are wondering, these do charge up wirelessly. So like I showed you guys in the intro of this video, to me, that is a plus as well, because if you know me, then you know your boy don't like having any cables. I'm all about that wireless charge life. Now, the next thing that I've got to talk with y'all about is sound quality with these. Now, y'all know me and my Spotify playlist. I have a ton of them. Now, I've been checking these out, playing rap music, R&B music, listening to YouTube video, a bunch of podcasts that I like to listen to, as well as watching a lot of Netflix movies as well. And to me, the sound coming out of these sound really, really good. And I don't think you'll actually be disappointed. Now, I must say, when it comes to gaming though, I did notice that there was a slight bit of latency when it comes to playing games on this. Like I played games like Subway Surf. I even used Google Stadia and playing a couple games like that on my Pixel 4 XL. Also played PUBG, Call of Duty, and included a lot of those games like that. But I noticed with Subway Surf, there was a bit more of latency with that game in particular, but I did notice with like PUBG or Call of Duty, it wasn't as bad as it was in Subway Surf. So maybe there's a difference of different types of games where latency is more than it is on other games, but just keep in mind, at least with those games, I did notice there was a bit of latency with these. But it does include that one feature that I felt like Samsung missed the mark on with these when it comes to sound quality, and that is a decent and smooth amount of bass. And y'all know me, man, I am a huge, huge fan when it comes to bass. Now, I know it's not as deep as something like the Jabra Elites that I actually have, the 75Ts, which I feel is just has a crazy amount of bass that comes with those, but I really like the quality of sound that actually coming out of these. Now, I still have the thing that I just dislike about these, which is coming up here shortly. But from my initial listening test over the past few days, I have absolutely zero complaints when it comes to these in regards of quality of audio coming out of these. All right, and the last thing before we actually get into that one thing that I actually dislike about these, and that is having the ability to have Google Assistant built into these. Now, for me, y'all, I gotta be honest, I am a huge Google Assistant fan. I have Google Home Minis literally all throughout my home. You guys actually heard it in the intro of this video. Being able to have Google Assistant right there in my ear when I have these in without even being near my phone or whatever is really, really dope. And honestly, out of Apple's Siri, out of Samsung's Bixby, out of Microsoft's Cortana, I gotta say, Google Assistant to me is no doubt the best when it comes to AI systems. And so for me, having the ability to have Google Assistant in your ear is a game changer, because it literally gives you access to so much more, and it just changes the game with this, especially when you start thinking of things like IFTTT, like, and that I'll talk about a whole video with that. Having Google Assistant in these is a game changer. But I gotta admit, there's a caveat to that, because if you have an iOS device like I got myself, then you cannot use the built-in Google Assistant feature on an iOS device. I even tried it with downloading Google Assistant on my iPhone, because that is the default one that I personally use, and it just doesn't work on iOS devices, and which is kind of a bummer, because I know for myself, I am an iOS user, and so for me to not have that feature with that kind of sucks. But if you do have any Android devices, then you do have the ability to be able to use Google Assistant. I did test this out on my Galaxy Note device that I have right here, as well as my Google Pixel 4 XL. So just to let you guys know. All right, so now on to that one thing that I say is something that I would actually like to see improvements when it actually comes to the buds themselves, and that is the user touch control sensors that is on these. Now, during my initial testing with these, I noticed that when I was actually playing my music as well as pausing my music, you literally have to hit right on the Google logo in order for it to actually register your response. And for me, if I'm a type of person out there that's like on the go, working out, jogging and different things like that, and I want to skip to the next track or go back to my previous track, and even when pressing to activate Google Assistant, which I know is a feature that you can actually do hands-free, but I gotta say, it's actually a bit annoying that when you are on the go and you're trying to play and pause your music or skip to the next track, you have to keep pressing it over and over and over until you actually tap on the right spot. Now, I'm actually hoping that this is something that they can fix in a future update or something like that, but only time will tell with these. But one gest I gotta say is actually pretty good with these is the volume controls. Now, this works flawlessly every single time that I've actually used this, and someone like me that likes to keep my volume on high, I can appreciate the fact that I can easily turn them down with just swiping them backwards, or increasing the volume by swiping it up. So, which I think is really dope. But yeah, man, overall, man, I'm actually super impressed with these and what Google is actually bringing to the table. Just because, I mean, I just think that they created a really, really good product. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, mark my words, if Samsung don't actually bring something higher quality as well as features to the table, I could easily see Google taking a bunch of their market share with these. As for my initial testing with these, I would no doubt pick the Pixel Buds 2 over the Galaxy Buds Plus, even when I know the Galaxy Buds Plus have a lot more battery life when it comes to their earbuds themselves. But to me, when it comes to sound quality, for me, the Pixel Buds take the cake. But as y'all know, I'm gonna continue testing, so definitely keep it locked for the next video, because we're gonna be getting into the official matchup of the Pixel Buds 2 versus the Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus. So definitely make sure you guys hit that like button down below, as well as make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, because you don't wanna miss that, and turn on those notifications. If you guys have any questions in regards to either the Pixel Buds 2, or if you have any questions with the Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus, definitely let me know down in the comments section below. Y'all already know I like hanging out with y'all down in those comments. So let's go ahead and get the comment section popping. And thanks again for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.
True wireless deuce, the content's drug and I'm supplier. Canvas case in the hands, nothing seems flyer. I'm here to tell you the cop if it's not worth your heart's desire. I'm opening up. The first thing that I see is the metal tips on them buds.